Hello, this is just your average PC gamer, and I'm here to talk to you about zombies. In zombies, there's a lot of things that change how well you'll do, and a lot of people have a lot of problems, and I've seen on the PC community especially that I seem to be above average. So I'm going to add a few, I'm going to make a commentary here, and I'm going to be explaining how I do as well as I do. Now, as you just saw, I looked down at the lava and I was pointing out the cracks. When I run across it, it stops me from running. Now, running is really important, especially when you have a larger group, so I highly suggest you jump over every crack you see. It's really going to speed you up from the start. If you don't do this already, it's going to really help you. Now, the main problem with it is when it comes to zombies, you can't survive the later rounds just by hitting those zombies as they come, shooting them one by one. So movement becomes important because you want to run what's called a rape train. Now, I'm sure somebody who's watching this has already heard of that, but basically a rape train is when you run around in circles and you just avoid shooting at the zombies until they're all lined up in this giant mob. And that way, when you shoot into the mob, they all get hit. So, moving around and being able to keep from getting touched is very important. Now, in the first few rounds, you really got to worry about the fact that you're going to need those points. You're really going to need to know what you're doing. You need to be ready for when the zombies start coming in larger groups. You're not going to have any. You start with just a pistol. That is not enough to defend yourself in the least. So the first few rounds, if you shoot 5 times at the legs of a zombie and knife, you can get the maximum points from round 1. In round 2, it gets a little more difficult, but normally I'll just expend all of my bullets and knife to get the last of the kills because that'll get the most points. The problem is you'll run out of ammo unless you get lucky and get max ammo. So just knife as much as you can because a kill from a knife is more damage than a kill without. Here with this second clip, I want to talk to you about weapons. Weapons are really important because once you get past this point where you're around level 15, points no longer matter. You're going to be getting so many there. As you can see, I go to from 16,000 17,000 points. At this point, I can pack a punch 3 different weapons. Now, the problem with your choice of weapons is that you're going to want a wall weapon for your ammo, but you're also going to want something like what I'm carrying right now. You're going to want an LMG, you're going to want something heavy duty for once you get that train going. Once you want to be able to get taken out a bunch of them. Now, the problem is there's no wall weapons that are LMGs. They're just too powerful. They're trying to keep them balanced. So what they did is you can only get them from the mystery box. Now, the mystery box is literally this box. I'm sure if you played zombies at least, you've seen it. And all it does is you sit there, you go to the box, you spend 950 points, and you hope you get something good. Now, the problem is it's completely random. You're going to want to be able to pack-a-punch that and get something good, but you got to get the right thing. So you want to be set with a pack-a-punch wall weapon before you even touch that mystery box. Next big important thing is your perk selection. You can carry up to 4 perks, and the ones that I like to run with are the ones I'm showing on the screen right here. First one's double tap. Makes you shoot 2 bullets for every 1 time that you use ammunition. So it doubles your fire rate, doubles your power, and it doubles the amount of ammunition you have to use. Second one is stamina up, which makes you run faster and run longer. Third one is quick revive, which isn't as good when you're playing with other people, but I usually play solo, so it gives me an extra life. And the fourth one is the most necessary of all, Juggernaut. This is also called Juggernog, but most people refer to it as Juggernaut once you're carrying it. It makes it so that you can take 5 hits from a zombie rather than 2. It's really necessary as soon as you run a train, because if you run past them and you get close enough, they'll hit you up to 4 times or more if you stay too close to them. It really helps you able to survive if you get into a bad situation, and it gives you a chance when you really get cornered. The final thing I'm here to talk to you about is your pack-a-punching. When you pack-a-punch a weapon, it will make it more powerful, that's a given. But when it comes to some of the weapons that are in this game, it will actually do other things such as adding attachments. The main way to be able to tell the difference is that the weapons from the future can be pack-a-punched, and the ones that are from the past can't. So for what I'm playing with right now is a DSR-50. It's a sniper rifle, and as you can see, I don't have a scope on it. This is because I pack-a-punched it multiple times until I've got to this setup, because it'll randomly give me one attachment from a group that it has set up. Now, the cool thing about this is, because I'm using Juggernog and everything, and I'm running trains, this sniper rifle will do wonderful because it will go through all the zombies without actually giving them any damage drop off. So if I go through one and it goes into the next one, it'll just keep doing the same damage all the way through. But the most important thing you need to know about the pack-a-punches is necessary for the later rounds, and it can give you some interesting setups. Make sure to keep pulling it if you don't like what you got. If you can't get anything good, switch to a different weapon. Go hit that mystery box. That's all for this recording. I hope this helps you at all. And this is just your average PC gamer. Out.